Hello everyone, welcome to the Artisan Studio. Today I'm going to do a deck review on the Fountain Tarot. Now this is an absolutely gorgeous deck. It is self-published and yeah, I think we should just kind of get right into it. This was a Christmas gift that was given to me. It was a Kickstarter program. My sister-in-law purchased it for me and I just received it, so it's like super exciting to finally have it in my possession and be able to work with it. Now I have worked with it for a couple days now, about maybe a week or so, and it reads really beautifully. So without further ado, let's go into it. So the box for the Fountain Tarot is absolutely stunning. If you can see, it kind of has like a shimmer throughout the entire book. Look at that, or box. Now it's pretty hip and cool, and they did spend a lot of time, I think, creating this box. And yeah, like I think it was like after so many people bought through Kickstarter, they were able to upgrade to a fancier box, fancier card stock, and the way they finished this. Now it has a lovely like little magnet closing here, so that's quite nice, and it opens very smoothly as well, so you just have to kind of open that guy and it unfolds. See, it's kind of neat too, because even this part right here kind of unfolds. When you do open it, there's the card backing there, you can see over there, and it says, "You are the voice and the breath of the universe." So that's beautiful as well. And I really like the blacks and whites, like that gray tones. That's really nice as well. And yeah, it's very cool. And from what I've read with this book, the artist was very into sacred geometry as well as crystals. So that is very cool, because you see a lot of this geometry throughout the deck, which is really awesome. And it works into and blends into the readings quite nicely. And intuitively as well, like it kind of plays a really nice role. So here's the deck, if you can kind of see it. It's actually a 79 card deck. There's an actual extra card that they've put in that is called the Fountain. Yeah, and they kind of go into that. Now, some people might not like, having the extra card, but for me, I'm totally good with it. So, for me, I've been reading with the Fountain card in it, just because it doesn't really bother me to have an extra card. They do have in the box here a little ribbon here, and you can kind of pull, and for me, I like my little guidebook at the very bottom, so that's where I was keeping mine. Yeah, so there is the box, so we'll just kind of tidy that and put it away. Now, when I did get this deck, it came with some stickers, so that was really kind of cool. Let me see, I've already kind of placed them in places, so I think I put it on one of my journals. Let me check, and I can show you. Alright, here it is. So these are the stickers that they gave. One was the little F for the fountain, so it's on here too. There it is. And the other is the 9 of discs, I believe. So, or coins, 9 of coins. And that's the image there. Sorry, focusing isn't the greatest. So, yeah, I kind of stuck them on my little tarot journal because I'm working on my own tarot deck as well. So that works really good. So here is the guidebook. It's just a small little book, but it is quite nice, and it's everything you need in there to be able to read with it, as far as I'm concerned. It's not going into crazy in depth, but you can always buy separate books that are based on the tarot and the tarot system if you want to go further. So this gives you kind of the basic gist of why they did what they did and what they were thinking for each card. So inside here we have the creators of the deck, we have the artist, the writer, and the designer, Jonathan, Jason, and Andy. And there's a little bit of a contents page, so you can kind of scroll through if you need that. Kind of goes into a little bit of the deck here. Now it does go kind of through some spreads here. You have a few different choices, I think, that they give on a few different kinds of spreads that you can do. And then it kind of goes right into your major arcana. It does talk about the fountain card as well there, so that's good. So it doesn't just leave you for interpretation. It does give you an idea of what the fountain card is about. And then, yeah, you get a nice description. And it's all in black and white, but it's quite nice. The book here is about, oh, it was 110, I think, for pages. So, yeah, so that is the book. So here are some of the cards of the deck. Now, one part of that I really like, and if you can kind of see here with this deck, is I love the court cards, the way they're done. For me, I'm definitely a people person. I like to read people and their expression, the way they hold themselves, what kind of clothes they're wearing, and this to me speaks so much. You know, if you look at this gentleman, even in the guidebook, it talks about how like he has an artistic flair, and you can kind of see that through his glasses and just the way he holds himself. He's confident, but he's also very calm. So yeah, and the Queen of Coins here, she's more sensual and likes to feel things out. She's still very practically minded, but she is more of that feeler type and likes her luxury. So I love the court cards because it really kind of gives you an idea of personality types. For me, that's perfect and wonderful. And I think it's just really good. So very, very helpful. This deck, you know, is very soft and pastel-y, but then there's some really dark cards. So in when you are doing a reading, it really gives you a good idea of what kind of feeling overall you're going to get from this deck. How light is it? What kind of colors are primary colors that are coming through the spreads? You know, like, is it more yellows? Is it more blacks? Is it more reds? So, or more whites and softness. So it gives you a really great sense of the feeling throughout the deck. The card stock is really, really awesome. Very, very good thick card stock. And I'm not sure if I mentioned, but we have like the nice silver gilding on the sides, so that's quite nice as well. And it actually reminds me a little bit of an iPhone. So it's kind of funny, like an iPhone card backing, but also the iPhone, the white ones, they have, you know, it's white border around here too, but then they have like the silver trim. So it's just kind of funny because they talk about communication and whatnot, and I'm not sure if this was like planned at all by them, or if it was just more of that going with that minimalist kind of look. But yeah, it kind of has like a ambiance of an iPhone, so I thought that was kind of funny. Just like a little extra side note. But you can see like here, like you get the really, really strong color changes. Like if you look like even this is more greens and yellows and pastels, and then you got quite the strong reds with the Emperor, which is very prominent and classic for the deck. So it's kind of sticking to very traditional still themes and color coding, I guess you could say, with the tarot, because generally the Emperor, for instance, there is very, very red of a card. There's the Fountain card, by the way, too. You can kind of see it's kind of like this burst of light. It's very interesting. Very beautiful. This whole card, like even the whole deck, like it even feels really soft. Like it's kind of like this nice matte kind of finish. It feels great under your hands. It was a little bit sharp at first when I was shuffling with it. You could definitely get like a serious paper cut if you weren't careful. But it actually, within just a short amount of time here, it has softened. So shuffling with the deck and doing like the bridge, that kind of full thing, it's doing much better now than it was at the very beginning. So know that if it does feel a little bit sharp when you're reading with it or shuffling, that it will soften over time. At first, too, I wasn't sure if I was going to resonate with this deck as much as I have, so that's really awesome and a blessing. I'm so glad for that. I was worried that because the images are so minimalist and pastel-y kind of in color, that I wasn't going to be able to read as much into it. Like, there's not as much going on in this image, but it's so far from the truth, actually. We did some practice readings with it before I started doing it for clients, and I found it so intuitive, just the way the lines are working. It's kind of similar to the Wild Unknown that way, where you can work with that geometry that's going on with the lines and playing with the lights and the darks and the way the colors are shading. It really amplifies when you're doing a reading. You really see it. It really sticks out. So definitely, if you have time put in with the Wild Unknown and you like the way that reads, you're probably going to like the Fountain Tarot as well. Because to me, like, I know it is a little bit different in some ways, but it's also similar in other ways as well. Just in the makeup of it. This is one of my favorite cards. The Moon card is just so awesome here. I'm going to actually bring it closer to you. You can see in the distance here you have like the wolf and the dog. But it's just like slight impressions, and the way those towers are built. Oh, this is just so much mystery but strength in there, and oh, it's just a wonderful image. He did so well on this one. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. So if you're, kind of toying with getting it and you're not sure if you're going to be able to read with it, I highly suggest giving it a go. And supporting these wonderful artists. It is a self-published deck, so it's really supporting the artist directly when you purchase something like this, which I think is very important and really good to do, especially now in day and age, like with our so many big, huge corporations that like to take over. So this is the Fountain Tarot. Sorry, I won't show you all the images because we're going to run out of time. But, yeah, I hope you guys like this review, and I hope you guys support these wonderful artists. And you guys, blessings. Take care. Bye-bye.